ladies and gentlemen, it seems that Rahul's Sansad dreams will have to wait for a while because Sessions Court in Surat has dismissed Rahul Gandhi's appeal for a stay on his conviction in a criminal defamation case. What this means for Rahul Gandhi is that he will remain disqualified from the Lok Sabha. In fact, now his best hope is the High Court of Gujarat, which he will be hoping gives him some relief. The court maintained that prima facie the earlier judgment is well reasoned. However, that hasn't stopped the Congress party from questioning the court ruling and once again assigning political motives to it. The BJP, however, says that there are no takers for Rahul Gandhi's shoot and scoot stunt. Listen in.
A most unfortunate and unsustainable legal decision of the magistrate has been upheld in an even more unsustainable and erroneous judgment of the Sessions Court given today. Let me assure you that the judgment will be challenged in accordance with law in the very near future. Superior courts with constitutional power of judicial review have the power and will set right these legal errors found in these two judgments.
न्यायालय का जो भी निर्णय है उस पर तो कोई टिप्पणी कर ही नहीं सकता। आपने देखा होगा कि मोदी जी को चुनाव आते ही सब गाली देना शुरू कर देते हैं विपक्ष के लोग, अपशब्द कहना शुरू कर देते हैं विपक्ष के लोग, और जितनी वो अपशब्द कहते हैं उतनी बुरी वो हारते हैं। मैं उनसे ये कहूँगा कि पिछले जो उदाहरण हैं उनसे वो एक तरीके का सीख ले और अपनी जमान को फिसलने से रोके।
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining Anand Ranganathan and Kamru Choudhury on the debate are Ashutosh, senior journalist. But my first question goes to Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP. Now that the Surat court has not stayed the conviction of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, is the BJP celebrating more, number one? And number two, the Congress has yet again attacked you that probably every institution has buckled under pressure from the BJP. How do you respond?
देखिए, करो ओबीसी समाज परिवार जब कोर्ट कन्विक्ट करे तो चिल्लाओ अत्याचार अत्याचार, कोर्ट की जीभ काट देंगे, वी विल कट ऑफ द टंग ऑफ द कोर्ट, ऐसा करो दुराचार, बिकॉज सम पीपल थिंक संविधान के ऊपर this is their ahankar, and court ka apmaan has become their pehchaan. This is not the first time they are insulting the courts. When we know committed judiciary se lekar how they hijacked a plane just because they wanted the court to release Indira Gandhi, this is their charitra. But let me come to 3 points that Congress has been raising. One point, they were saying that this applied only to 2 or 3 Modis, it did not apply to all the Modis. Para number 12 on page 18, they have specified clearly in this order, 27-page order, that it applied to all the people bearing the surname Modi. And ironically, these are the same mandli who say आतंक का कोई धर्म नहीं होता, but सारे चोर का सरनेम मोदी होता है. Second point, they said that look, why so much haste? ये आनंद फानंद में कैसे हो गया? In that also page number 18, the court has clarified that look, entire process was followed by the lower court judge, and in fact at that time the appellant, means Rahul Gandhi, did not take any objection. Now he's making all these excuses. And third, they said why 2 years saja? Why 2 years saja? He should be given 2 months, 5 months. This is what they were saying. The court has said in page number 12 that because Mr. Rahul Gandhi happens to be an MP, the responsibility, moral responsibility was more, and therefore he has been given the most stringent punishment. All these points have been answered. Now question is that, is the Sessions Court also acting out of vendetta politics? This kind of duragra against the courts only can be done by the Congress party. They must rub their nose on the ground and apologize to the OBC Samaj.
Well, Kamru Choudhury, the Sessions Court has upheld the order, and it has said that probably the biggest fault of Mr. Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party is that they did not fight this case seriously enough, because there were no objections that were made along, the arguments in the court. The objection came up only after the order was pronounced. And secondly, they have said that this is, in Karnataka, he virtually called an entire caste, an entire group of people, everybody who has the surname Modi. He could just have apologized and moved ahead, because people in the heat of the moment can make mistakes. Everybody is a human. Nobody would have made a big deal if he had apologized. Why did Mr. Rahul Gandhi or the Congress party not think it was important to apologize? And why did they actually stick to their guns? Facing this punishment today just flows from that.
Navika ji, first and foremost, I differ from your interpretation that Rahul Gandhi was insulting the OBC community out here.
Well, it's not my interpretation, it's also the courts and two courts. Two courts, not one.
Yeah, I understand. Let's see the future courts also. We have faith in the judiciary, so that's another question. Now, coming to Shehzad Poonawalla's OBC's insult that he was talking about, now who are these people, the Nirav Modi, Mehul Choksi or Lalit Modi that have fled the country after cheating India of lakhs and crores of rupees? Who are they? They were all Modis. So it is apt that Modis were not insulted, but individuals were named in that particular comment.
Do all terrorists belong to one religion? Do all terrorists belong to one religion, Kamru? Kamru, do all terrorists belong to one religion? Then how come all chores belong to Modi?
At least not on the
then this is your double standard.
At least
OBC का करो अपमान, अतीक को दो सम्मान.
Please keep quiet.
अतीक को दो सम्मान, OBC का करो अपमान. This is your modus operandi.
No, but
how I said terrorism has any religion that time he became
Mr. Kamru Choudhury, you repeated again. You repeated again that all three are Modis. If three of them are Modis, actually two, because you're talking about you're talking about Nirav Modi but Lalit Modi has virtually threatened them on social
Modi
media.
Is a jet, so there's no question.
I'm not taking any names here, but the fact is all Modis who have run away is a sweeping statement, is it not, Ashutosh? It is a sweeping statement. My point, if somebody has taken your statement amiss, just apologize. Sometimes it just happens that people say things, they don't mean it, but they say it. You can apologize and move on. Did Rahul Gandhi make that as the biggest error?
I don't think Rahul Gandhi has made any error on that. The two courts has pronounced verdict against him. So obviously he has to find a legal way. But if in terms of the political battle, I don't think it's going against Congress party or it is going against Rahul Gandhi. And that's where the Congress party is playing on. About the legal battle, yes, Rahul Gandhi has lost. And Rahul Gandhi has lost the session court also. But there is a high court, there is a Supreme Court, and they believe and they have a trust that it might get some relief over there. But in terms of political battle, I don't think it's a loss for the Congress party. And in fact, if Rahul Gandhi has apologized, then it would have certainly been a loss to Congress party and to Rahul Gandhi.
So for keeping your political dreams alive, it's okay to call an entire community as chore. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, that seems to be the justification.
Very quickly, 2 points, Navika. One, I don't know why all of us seem to have missed the terribly disappointing way in which Dr. Singhvi came out and gave his press conference. It was so conceited. It was mocking the Sessions Court. It was putting it down. It was repeatedly saying erroneous judgment. We will go to the superior court. He was putting emphasis, putting down the lower courts. So that cannot be helpful for a start. Number two, if you respect the judiciary, you respect all strata of the judiciary. It's not that I respect only the Supreme Court. I respect the lowest judiciary to the middle to the highest, number one. Number two, I remember, Navika, we were on the panel where on the day when the verdict was announced, and I am against I don't agree with the verdict, but that's my personal opinion. But the strange thing is that the 5 questions that the Congress put up and were answered by the Sessions Court, none of those questions contained the Madras High Court 2006 judgment, ratified by the Andhra High Court 2018 judgment, that ratified the fact that group defamation is invalid if there is a personal allegation not put against a member of the group. And I gave you, remember, Navika, the example that if I say all Punjabis make terrible sambar, you cannot sue me. But if I say Navika the Punjabi make terrible sambar, yes, I can sue. But in our country, strange things happen. You know, people here can also sue if you feel that your ancestor has been wrong. For example, the grandson of Mr. Savarkar has actually currently sued Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So even if you're deceased, you can still sue if you believe that your deceased ancestor has been defamed. Now, final point. And this is very important. On this very issue, Rahul Gandhi said, I will not apologize because I am not a Savarkar. Here I want to show something to Mr. Kamru. I want to ask him, this is a Times of India headline. Can you read this? Rahul Gandhi tenders unconditional apology to the Supreme Court for Chaukidar Chore attribution. I want to ask Mr. Kamru Choudhury, is this headline correct or is this headline wrong? Is Rahul Gandhi in his own
बिल्कुल।
demeaning way when he devalues our
नहीं, वो कभी-कभी apologize करते हैं, but only in courts and superior courts. What about that, Kamru Choudhury?
Can I come?
Yes, 10 seconds. I don't have time.
You know, Navika, the context cannot be missed. Yeah, context cannot be missed out here. The Kolar speech made by Rahul Gandhi was in context of the corruption and the crony capitalism that Narendra Modi is practicing in India nowadays. In the same flight, we have seen Mehul Choksky or Nirav Modi fly out of India. We have seen him at
context.
Nirav Modi.
Well, however much you scream blue order about the context, as far as the courts are concerned, at least two courts have not agreed with the context and that defense. Well, I'm nobody to say. The context and the statement have been decided by the courts. The rest will be decided by the Janta Janardan, the public of India, the citizens of India. So we'll leave it at that. For now, of course, I only want to sue Anand Ranganathan for saying that Punjabis cannot make good sambar. They can. Well, leave